everyone. Today I'm recording from over here in Bali. This is the room. It's been made up so it looks pretty tidy. Has a lounge. Has a nice sized TV. With some quality programming, which is good. Wait. Okay, I'll leave it on the title screen. Yeah, got a little desk. Which is handy, except no pen or no paper to write with. Something I'll have to get. My daughter and a friend of my wife's, they're staying in an adjoining room. So we have an access way, which is handy, I guess. As you see, I already bought some Diecast and other items, so I'll get them out and give you a run through. Now, in here is the first box. Some items I got from like a supermarket. I can't think of the name of it offhand. The first item I've got's this Matchbox airliner. This is from Indiana Jones series. Haven't been able to find these in Australia, so this is pretty good. Now I've got this as a power grabs, but I found this on a long card, which I like to collect. This 1986 Volvo 240. This is another one that I got as a power grab, but another I wanted as a long card. This one here is a 2016 Chevy Colorado Extreme. I did see one of these at Sydney Airport on the way out, and the Volvo as well, and I think the Mustang, but at $7.99 each, I wasn't paying that. These were a lot cheaper. Now this here's a 2019 Ford Mustang Coupe from a new series that's came out. It's in this nice purple. The gold wheels really set it off, like a violet crumble bar. This one here's a 1971 Firebird Formula. Now you will notice there's a hole in the card. That's because these had a security device that was pinned through the card. Yeah, this is a re-release. This was done previously by Matchbox, but I still got it anyway as part of this series. This one here is the 35 Ford pickup. Haven't seen this one for a while, so it's good to see they've re-released it again. They haven't done this colour before though. And last but not least, this Hudson Hornet from 1951. Great looking old police car, this one. As you may know, I am a fan of these Matchbox action drivers sets, and this is the Ferryport playset. That comes with a 2020 Land Rover Defender 90. This one here is the helicopter rescue, and it comes with a Matchbox ambulance. Another pretty neat set. The Matchbox Farm Adventure set. And it comes with the Tractor King, the Matchbox farm trailer, and it's got some bales of hay and some animals. Yeah, cow, horse, and I think that's a goat, or is it a sheep? And it's got a feature. this one's pretty cool. Oh, it's got its own wind farm. I wonder whether the tractor's an EV. That's pretty good, that one. None of these three sets I've seen in Australia, so it's good to get these. Whilst we're on play sets, I got this one here. It's a Tomica, or Takara Tommy, they've badged it. And it's a fire station playset. This one was actually in their display case. There's some more. I've never seen these in Australia, so this is really good. It's got space for a couple of red trucks, hello Jim, and an ambulance. So it's like an emergency centre. I've actually just recently got that fire truck, and that ambulance there I got from a holiday to Hong Kong a few years back now, 2019 to be precise. I found some more Tomica. Well, they say Takara Tommy, but I think they're the same company. Yeah, this is a Mitsubishi Triton. And another Triton, this time in red. And these are some premium Tomica. This little Mazda Unos Roadster, otherwise known as a MX-5. This is a Nissan Fairlady Z, otherwise known as the 300ZX. I did manage to track down a couple of track fleet at this shop. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. I know it's fantasy-like, but I don't know, there's something about this train. This is one that comes with the Ultra Magnus in the range, and the Porsche 911 off-road. The other cars, or trucks, didn't really interest me too much. This one here, this is the one I really wanted. This is the Porsche 911 off-roader. I believe this has been recently redone. Perhaps while I'm over here I might find the other version. But this one, yeah, I was really happy to find this one. After wondering how I was going to get cars home without getting damage, my wife suggested getting some boxes from a shoe shop. Funnily enough, it was a Payless shoe store where she used to work in Australia, but they went broke some years ago. But Payless came in handy today. Now I think this one's from a year or two ago, but I don't have this donut drifter. So I thought I'd get this one to add to the collection. Yeah, this is pretty good. This one here is another one from that year. Yeah, neither's a particularly appetizing looking donut if it was the real thing. Now, found some Tomica at this shop. Got a Toyota Camry Sports Undercover Police. Yeah, this one's pretty good. This one here is the Sac City Fire. This one here is the Sakai City Fire. Oh, I don't know. I should have brought me glasses. They got a little label on them to say you've purchased them. This one here's the Mercedes-Benz G-Class Fire Command Vehicle. Now, I noticed they had some of this Majorette collection series. And this one's a 1973 BMW 3-litre CSL. Yeah, these come in their own display case too, these. Yeah, if there's a way I can find to open the card without damaging, I will, but otherwise I think these may come out of the card eventually. Yeah, these are really nice. This is Series 2. I've seen the Series 1 vehicles at a toy shop in Australia, but I've seen these for the first time at this shop over here in Bali. This one here is in the black and gold colours. This is a 1965 Shelby GT 500. Yeah, need to look in greater detail and see if it's one of the Hertz ones, because back in the day you could go to your Hertz car rental place and you could hire yourself a Shelby GT 50 Mustang. I think they're a GT 350H. Yeah, this one was previously released in white with blue stripes by Majorette. Now this one here's got nothing written on it, but this 1980s, this one's got nothing written on it, but this 1985 Toyota Hilux SR5 pickup, I believe is probably modelled off Marty McFly's from Back to the Future. Oops. Yeah, I wasn't able to find the Hot Wheels version, so this one will do nicely. I mean, it may not be 100% his car, because it doesn't have the, I think, KC lights on it. KC highlighters. Yeah. No, they're yellow with smiley faces on them, those driving lights, or the covers were. But that one's, yeah, that's a nice one. This one here is, of course, a Ford GT40. Yeah, and this one's a really nice one. And I believe these are all in true 1/64 scale. This one looks small, but I think just like the real thing. You know, what was it? 40 inches off the ground the roof was. So, yeah, purely for winning the Le Mans 24-hour race, these things. This is the one that caught my eye. This 75 Porsche 930 Turbo in this chrome green, I think. It's like a Spectra Flame. I sort of thought this was like a chase, but this thing is really nice. This is a re-release because this was originally silver. But this finish, it's something else. That's really nice. Before I found those, I went into a convenience store. I think it was Zen Market or something. And I found a couple of die-cast items. This one, it turns out, I already have it, which is a bit of a shame. I did find this Porsche 911 Turbo. I don't believe I've got this on a long card. I do have a Power Grabs version. Yeah, that was a good find. The best find from this little convenience store was finding this. Of course, it's the Red Bull, or Oracle Red Bull Racing Formula One car. Yeah, I was really happy to find this because this is something that I couldn't find on the pegs in Australia. So this was a sensational find, even though I've got one in that Formula One playset. It's good to have a carded version for the collection. So that's really good. Definitely not as nice as Hot Wheels' premium version of this car. And of course, the premium version I've got's got Max Verstappen's #1. Yeah, so on our second day in Bali, yeah, already have this haul of die-cast, which I certainly didn't expect to find. Yeah, spent a little bit too, but I suppose you only live once. And you know, I had put money away for this holiday, so it's well, money well spent to me. Already got some really nice items. Yeah, but I look forward to finding some more while I'm over here. Probably give it a bit of a break for a day or two, perhaps, we'll see. And see what else I can find, as well as going to look at some sites around here, of course. But this is the die-cast that I found on the second day. Yeah, but it's good over here at the moment. It's in there like wet season, so during the day it's quite nice. And as we discovered last night, we went out for dinner and then went to this like massage spa place that my wife regularly visits when she comes over and knows the staff really well. And on our way there after dinner, ended up getting a bit wet because of the rain starting to fall. And by the time we left, it was around midnight or 1 o'clock, I can't remember now, but it was really coming down, so we had to get a taxi to drive us home because it was just too wet for us to risk walking. So because they have tiled surfaces on the footpath and they can be really slippery in the area where we're staying, so, and you can't really risk walking on the road a lot because there tends to be a lot of motorbikes and things getting around and in the wet and the dark. It's crazy. I mean, I even spotted a few of these, well, scooters as well. Yeah, getting around with no headlights on at midnight, 1 o'clock in the rain. So, yeah, yesterday was a really long day because we kicked off at 4:30 in the morning from our place in Australia on the Central Coast. Travelled down to Sydney Airport, left at 5 o'clock to get on the plane at 11 o'clock. We could have flown out of Newcastle, which would have been a bit shorter, but the trouble with that is they only have Jetstar flying out of Newcastle, and my wife doesn't like travelling with Jetstar. We travelled with Garuda Airlines, which was really good because you get food and drinks that you don't have to pay for. On a Jetstar flight, you got to pay for that. And I don't know whether they're cheaper or not. So, anyway. And over here in Bali, it's like 3 hours behind. So by the time I got to bed last night, I'd been up for 24 hours because it was the equivalent of 4:30 in the morning when I got to bed. So it was 1:30 here before I fell asleep. So it was a long day. But today's, yeah, been pretty relaxing. It's a bit humid getting around, but that's all right. I'm used to that back in Australia anyway, after the rain. Yeah, do some other videos while I'm over here. We changed the SIM cards in our phone. So we've got an Indonesian SIM card, so I can't remember what it cost, but it wasn't too bad. And for the 2 weeks we're here, I'll be able to use that and just be able to record stuff like this. So that'll be really good. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my tripod, which would have been handy for doing this stuff, so yeah, try not to make these videos too shaky. But anyway, alright, well, that's day 1 of the holiday and my first part of the Bali haul. We've got a spare little suitcase that I'll be able to take these items back with. So that'll be really handy for some of the, like the play sets especially. So, because with the 4 of us that have come on this holiday, we've got a really good weight limit we've got with our baggage, so yeah, all of this weigh way too much anyway, I wouldn't imagine, and some will go in other luggage. Anyway, alright, well, this is day 1/day 2 of the Bali holiday, and the first haul. I don't imagine I'm going to find all like this on other days. I mean, I'll be happy just to find a few items, just stuff that I'm missing from the collection, you know, like stuff I haven't been able to find in Australia, like just with Hot Wheels. Stuff that I should be able to find, but because of scalpers and resellers, you just never find it. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for viewing, and goodbye.